Hello. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of commentary on or reaction
Toasting.
to
Deal is signed.
Hold on, let me back up.
What up, y'all?
To the Children of Blood and Bone author Just Walked Away. What Happened by the movie Lair. And this definitely caught my eye because I'm a fan. I can't wait for this movie to get into the movie theater. I haven't finished reading the books. Yeah, I know. I don't even have anything to follow up with that. Like, basically, I need to finish reading the books. I read the first book in a book club. It was actually my pick. So, of course, I had to finish reading it. And then I stalled on books 2 and 3. And book 1 is actually, just judging from the size of the books, is actually the longest of all of the books. I have purchased them on Kindle, and one of my subbies got me because I already had the first book, but they got me the second 2 books off my wish list. So I have the material. Super stoked that it's coming to theaters. Have to watch it in the movie theater. That is non-negotiable for me. And basically, I'm just stalling on reading it for whatever reason. But seeing this headline, watching YouTube, is alarming to me because we know what happens when authors walk away from the projects, when creators walk away from the projects. We're not going to bring up Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender. We're not going to, that's one more recent in mind subject, because I literally just finished watching it, that season 2 a couple of days ago, and I've already decided that I'm not going to be going back for season 3 unless I hear absolutely out the box rave reviews, which I will not be holding my breath on. But I am just so devastated that if this is true, this person is my first time seeing their stuff come across my feed. Again, it's the movie Lair. I've never seen this individual's stuff before. I might be subscribing after this, but yeah, I'm ready to get into it. Hopefully, there is a happy ending. But let's go. I'm gonna react to what this individual is talking about. Let's go.
Tina here with the movie Lair, and we have recently learned that the writer of the book Children of Blood and Bone has decided to distance herself from the movie that's getting ready to come out in January.
Hold on, let me put the other microphone up to the TV so you all can hear. I don't know if you all can hear the audio from the TV. So let me put the mic up to the TV. All right.
What up, y'all? Tina here with the movie Lair, and we have recently learned that the writer of the book Children of Blood and Bone
I wasn't sure.
Decided to distance.
Okay, I'm pausing it already. I wasn't sure who picked up the movie rights, so hopefully she'll go into that, or they'll go into who that is. But I've been following Tomi Adeyemi, who's the author. I follow her on Twitter, I think. I haven't really seen anything. Don't see a lot of her stuff come across my feed that often. I think I also follow her on Instagram, and I have a short. Okay, we're gonna get into this, but I do have a quick short story about that. So on my old Instagram page, which has since been deleted, but I think I do have this actual file saved somewhere. I did like a a who the characters should be video on my feed, on my stories, and she liked it, y'all. She went in and liked my story. I was so excited about it, but I did delete that profile, so I don't have evidence. I don't have receipts, but y'all, I promise you, she liked my stuff. But okay, let's go.
From the movie that's getting ready to come out in January of 2027. Let's talk about it.
Hey, take that lot class here with the vibe. If you like movies,
okay, come on, theme song. Come on, the movie Lair theme song. Okay, but do I need y'all put in the chat? Do I need to get a theme song? I have a theme song for one of my podcasts, but okay, I wasn't ready for this.
All right, let's get a little backstory on how all of this came about.
Okay.
So, the writer of Children of Blood and Bone, Tomi Adeyemi, is a New York Times best-selling author. This book has been named to the Time Top 100 fantasy books of all time. People love this universe.
Oh, I didn't know it was all time. Oh, yes, let's go.
We got to give kudos to her.
Yes, I didn't know it was top 100 of all time. It is a great story. Very great story.
By March of 2019, Disney has acquired the rights of this book to turn it into a movie.
Okay, Disney acquired it
under the Lucasfilm banner, and it seemed like there was some excitement at the studio to make this film.
Let me pause it again. My feelings on Disney adapting this. You know what? It would depend on the director, who they would chose as the director, of course, and the producer. But overall, I don't have like a huge issue with Disney acquiring the property. Even given the track record of Disney. I mean, this is technically, this isn't like a remake, or it is original IP for the most part. And if the author is involved, like, I don't have a problem with Disney acquiring the property.
Now, there were some issues over there at Disney Lucasfilm. 2018, 2019, y'all got to remember, around this time frame, Black Panther had just came out. It was a mega hit, and Lucasfilm was trying to really focus on Star Wars, and Children of Blood and Bone was kind of on the back burner, right? It wasn't like a main priority at the time, because they was like, we gotta get Star Wars pumping, which is not uncommon. Okay, movies get put on the shelf all the time. There were reports that the author Tomi was frustrated. She was like, listen, if y'all can't get this thing going, I'll write the screenplay myself. And Disney was like, no.
That's interesting.
Not happening. You're not writing the screenplay.
Why not?
So the movie is sat on the shelf with Disney.
Especially if it's sitting on the shelf.
Expired, and now the book was free to be picked up by other studios to turn it into a movie.
Okay, I'm gonna pause here because I need to get more understanding of what happens if someone acquires a property. Like, do they pay for this individual? She said, I'm sorry, I forgot her name. I had to go back to the theme song. They say it in the theme song, that Disney acquired the property and is under contract. But I'm curious, what a typical contract looks like. Do they pay up front for it? They're saying that after a year it got released because they had not done anything with it. But what is the payment situation? In this economy, we always looking at the coin. We always got to be concerned with the paquettes, the coletas, the dollars. So I'm just curious what that actually looks like. But okay, let's keep it going.
Here comes Paramount. Paramount Studios decided to pick this project up, turn it into a movie. This happened around January 2022.
Okay, I'm not actually before she said Disney, I was hoping that it would be Paramount because I don't know. I've just been I have to go back and look at the catalog of why I'm even saying this, but I feel like Paramount has been putting out some decent stuff. But I could be misremembering on that. Let's keep
all right.
going.
So this movie is with Paramount. Not only did Paramount pick this project up, she reportedly got a deal that is very rare for young writers. It's reported that she had a 7-figure screenwriting payout, guaranteed movie theater
dollars.
All right, that was like a non-negotiable for her. She did not want this on streaming. She did not want a TV show. It's reported that she wanted this in theaters.
Yes, in theater, and I would not have seen it otherwise. Like I can see the benefits of possibly putting it on like a streaming platform by way of like a TV series. For example, I know the Chronicles of Narnia, they're coming, I think, to Netflix. I think. Or Disney might hold it, because I know they hold the movies. They held the movie rights, so that is either coming to Disney or Netflix. I can't remember, but that would have been in my contract as well. That, as a matter of fact, that's in my contract as a watcher. Like, I'm not going to go see this movie unless I can see it on the big screen, unless you are putting serious dollars behind it, where I can see all of the characters, all of the creatures that they, I'm if you haven't read the book, I'm not going to spoil any. I'm going to try not to spoil anything for you, but there's one creature in particular that I'm like, I have to see how they create this creature on the big screen, like non-negotiable. So I'm with you right there, sis. Like, this is non-negotiable. It has to go to the big screen.
Like, yes. We're going to do it. We're putting it in theaters. Paramount was like, cool, we're going to make it happen. And we also going to let you be involved with the screenplay. You're going to be involved with this thing.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's another thing that I'm questioning. I know I keep pausing it. We're going to get through this. It's a 13-minute video. Let's see how long it takes. I'm questioning that because I'm wondering then, is this like something that she's been wanting to do, right? Get into writing screenplays? I honestly have to say that I don't know how many other books she's written outside of the Children of the Orisha. That's the name of the trilogy. The first one is Children of Blood and Bone. So I'm curious about that being part of the contract that she wanted to sign with them, like her being getting her writing. Oh, I don't know if it's her necessarily writing the screenplay or just being involved, because I would imagine that that's a producer credit, not necessarily a screenwriter credit. So I'm very curious about her. I don't know if it was a non-negotiable, but her negotiating being a screenwriter as well as I would assume like a producer on the project.
Oh, everybody is happy. We're excited. Everybody's
unless they move it to somewhere else. Oh Lord,
here let's get to work. Now let's find a director. Let's go find a director.
Yeah, let's see.
They go and grab Gina Bythewood to direct the project. Okay. Which is a great director. Love her. Don't really see her often. I was surprised.
I don't know who this person is. I'm not, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. As much as I love like fantasy and works of art, I am ass. As much as I love like movies, I am ass at like knowing who's who behind the scenes. Like, I'm ass at knowing the directors. I'm ass at knowing like the costume designers, which was my major. So it's something that I should probably know. You know what I mean? But I unfortunately to say, for me, I don't know who this individual is. I have not. I have to look up what some of their past projects are. But with starting this channel, this is something that I'm going to start doing. I'm going to take it upon myself to be more active in knowing beyond the actors, knowing the directors, knowing the producers, knowing the screenwriters, knowing the costume designers, etc. Especially because I'm into fantasy, I'm into sci-fi. especially if it's superhero. So that's a promise I'm gonna make with you all, and a promise I'm gonna make for myself to start getting more into like the behind the scenes and who those individuals are that produce these large scale projects.
Did this project because it just seems like it takes a lot to get Gina up out of the bed. I don't know if Gina be like, I'm cool, I really ain't got to move for everything, but Gina kind of comes out here and there.
Okay.
When she feels
She
like
got
making
like
a movie,
that.
that's when you see her.
That's
but
what I'm talking about.
Gina Bythewood, like she did Nothing Basketball back in the day, The Old Guard, Woman King, a lot of movies.
Woman King, okay.
I'm like, yes, we got Gina. This is gonna be good.
Got you.
Then
I'm on board with you. Okay,
let's go get a cast. Me, I'm sitting here. I don't know how they did it.
I already had my cast. I told y'all I made the video.
I imagine a lot of people took pay cuts because they got a star-studded cast. I'm talking about, wow, how did y'all
and the cast,
now,
I'm doing another pause. Like, yes, I'm doing it.
Shaping up.
The cast, 20, I would say, let me think. Outside of like maybe 2 people, and we could talk about it in another. Once the movie comes out, I guess we could talk about that. But I would say like maybe 2 people I had envisioned someone totally different. As a matter of fact, no, I'm going to just say 1. Because this individual, I don't know who they are, but they do look like the person that I envisioned for that role. So really just 1 character that I was just like, I don't see it. But this person is a phenomenal actor. As a matter of fact, I just finished watching a movie with this individual in it. So, I mean, phenomenal actor. So I'm not mad at the choice, but just didn't envision this. The person, when I read the book, the person just looked different to me, especially like when the main thing that stuck out for me was the stature, and this individual doesn't like just hold that big stature to me. So I'm still not really seeing them, but again, phenomenal actor. Know they're going to crush it. So it's not a huge deal, just not what I envisioned. Let's go.
To look like a Black Panther style production, a Coming to America style production with this cast. All right, when it comes to talent for talent, cast for cast, Black Panther, Children of Blood and Bone. Neck and neck. I slick think the cast of Children of Blood and Bone may slightly be a better cast.
Yeah, I agree with that one because they coming through with this cast. I mean, y'all can't see the screen, so I'm just gonna name some of the people: Viola Davis, Regina King, Idris Elba, and the young Idris. I'm just terrible with names, but this phenomenal cast. Like when I told you all, I follow her on Twitter. When she told me, the author Tony Adeyemi, when she like posted I was literally on my phone screaming like, ah! Like the cast is gonna be hip, dope, done. Let's go.
So everybody excited,
super excited.
You got Tuso Mbedu as the star of the show. We got Damson Idris as
Damson Idris.
And then people don't know who the princess is.
Oh,
princess is Amanda Steinberg, and people get upset. People get upset because the character that Amanda is playing is supposed to be a darker skinned young woman.
Now, okay, so I don't think I picked up on that. I thought that she was playing the sister, which in my mind, the sister is more fair skinned based on the characterization of how the author describes her in the books. I thought that the other young lady was playing her. So that is my bad. And yeah, that is a bit of a colorist situation because the person is unequivocally, I can't talk. Unequivocally dark skin. I know I'm still saying that word wrong. And she like has like white hair, and y'all know how I feel about white hair. We're gonna talk about that later. But she has white hair on like dark skin, and is in the images on each one of the books. There's an image of like a darker skinned African or a darker skinned Black person on the cover of the books with white hair. That's kind of like the whole thing of it. So yeah, I missed that in the releasing of the names. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that post that she posted because I don't recall that. When I saw it, I thought that she was playing the sister, which again, in my mind, the way the sister, one of the sisters is described in the book, the princess sister, the princess, the way she's described, I saw her as like a fairer skinned black person, but the main character is definitely a dark skinned person. So yeah, that's a misstep.
It's literally a point of contention in the books that she's darker than her other family members. She even feels a little bit like an outcast.
Right.
So people was pissed that Amanda got this role, and Tommy comes out and she stands by the casting, and people
as she should.
People are upset, and Tommy's like, "Nope, this is what we doing."
I mean, as she should. It's her. I mean, for whatever reason she's standing by the for whatever reason she's not for whatever reason she's standing by the cast, she should stand by that the decision of them of the cast member. I think she should stand by that decision. So for damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Not for whatever reason she should stand by the cast, because she should stand by the cast, but for whatever reason she made that decision, she should definitely stand by. Even if it wasn't her decision, she should definitely stand by the cast member. I think they should present as a united front. Like, they shouldn't be. That's already bringing drama into a situation where it doesn't need to be drama. Like the I don't want to say it's a situation where the audience will get over it, because colorism is a true issue, and then media, big screen media, is one of the ways in which we can definitely combat that issue and talk about it in a forum that helps progress, the negative stereotypes and the colorism that is present in Hollywood. So I do think there is a talking point there, but I also, in the same breath, I also think that she should definitely stand behind the cast member who was chosen for that part, because the cast member, she didn't, although she did famously turn down something. I believe it was her that famously turned down a role because it wasn't, the person was dark skinned and she's light skinned. I guess this wasn't that time. I guess this was a different instance for her, but the author should stand by the cast member, in my opinion. Let's go.
We rocking with Amanda. It is what it is.
Right.
And then, our people over at the motherland, our people in Nigeria, they were upset because they're like, yo, you told us there was going to be Nigerian representation. Where's all the Nigerians at? Where's all the real true blue Africans?
That's a great point.
And Tommy was like, look, I'm sticking by these choices. This is the cast. She even announced them on social media. Yeah. Everything looked good. But a couple months
to be completely transparent, none of the cast members that I chose for some of the main characters, none of them were Nigerian. So, not saying it was right, but just saying I didn't even consciously think of that. But with that said, that is a great point. Like, I believe the author, she's either Nigerian American or first generation. So if she's going to represent her culture, which, I mean, is already represented because she's the writer of the book, I get that, but I think it would have also been I think it's a very good point to point out the fact that none of the cast members are Nigerian, if in fact none of them are.
She did an interview. It was on YouTube. I don't think a lot of people picked it up, but I watched it. I'll never forget. I watched it. I can't remember the YouTube channel it was on. And the interviewer asked her about Amanda at that time. This was a couple months after the casting had been announced. Okay. And at that time, and the interview might still be up. I need to go find it. Tommy kind of hinted at, like, when it comes to the Amanda casting, I'm just kind of paraphrasing these on her exact words. She pretty much was like, listen, a lot of these decisions, they're group decisions. There's directors, there's producers. We kind of all go in and figure out who's going to be in the cast. So me personally, this was not my personal choice. This is more so like a group collaboration. All right. So it didn't seem like she had that same fortitude, like, Amanda's my girl, I'm sticking by her, this is what I'm riding with. It sounded like it was more so like she was saying this was like a group decision. This wasn't on me. This was a couple months after the casting was announced. So she was kind of moonwalking a little bit. And I was like, that's interesting. I ain't paying no mind, though. I just let it go. Filming starts. She's working out with the crew. She's on set. Everybody looks good. Everybody seems happy. Fast forward to about a week ago, because mind you, filming ended last summer.
So let's pause. Let me see when.
Fast forward to about a week ago.
Okay, so just to give you a little perspective, this video released yesterday, one day ago, and so whatever happened a week ago.
Writer Tommy comes out on social media and is like, don't ask me about that movie. I'm not supporting it. I haven't seen it.
What?
And everybody is like, whoa.
Wait a minute. Back up. It's about to go to commercial. Hold on. I missed it. I missed something. Did she say that, hold on, let me put it on mute.
Tee up.
Did she say that was Tony Adeyeme's stance? That she was saying that she doesn't want anything to do with the project anymore? Or was she talking about somebody else? I'm going to have to rewind it to catch that because I missed something. Okay, let's rewind it. Oops.
Everybody like, whoa. Then she begins to show her and Amanda was talking and she blocked her. And I'm like,
wait. Who is she talking about? Hold on. Let's rewind this.
The crew, she's on set. Everybody looks good. Everybody seems happy. Fast forward to about a week ago, because mind you, filming ended last summer, I think. Everything seemed good. Fast forward to about a week ago, the writer, Tommy, comes out on social media and is like, don't ask me about that movie. I'm not supporting it. I haven't seen it. And everybody is like, whoa.
Okay, I'm going to have to check this fact right now. Let me pull up my social. Like I said, I follow her on Twitter, but she doesn't post a lot on Twitter, so I don't see a whole lot. Hold up. Oh, shoot. Tony. This was a week ago, so it should still, if she said it, I would imagine it's still up. Adeyemi. Hold up. Tommy. I'm sorry. I always do that. Tommy Adeyemi. Wait, was that it? It's not coming up. Hold on. Let me search for it on Google. And I did it again. Tommy Adeyemi. Here we go. Socials. That's Instagram. I would imagine she put this on Twitter. She used to have a Twitter. But she might have just posted it on Insta. Let me check her Twitter first. Oh, wait. This is somebody else's post. Okay. Culture Crave. At Culture Crave. Author Tony Adeyemi will not support Paramount's upcoming adaptation of her novel Children of the Bone. She co-wrote the script, posted a screenshot indicating she blocked Amanda Steinberg. What? So it's drama? Oh my God, y'all, please don't do this to me. I'm taking this personal. Y'all, please respect the art. Come on, let's make it. Let's just push past it. Let's make it. I need this. Okay, this is a quote. There is a reason I will not post anything about the adaptation of my work. I have not seen the film and I will not watch it. Damn. It's been painful holding this back from you all. Second quote, I do not mind anyone going to watch the film. I'm just laying down my sword and officially separating my name. Damn, y'all making me, ooh, this is hurting my feelings because I can't keep being hurt and attacked behind the scenes. Okay, again, that was from Culture Crave. When was this posted? This was posted July 4th. But I don't see, let me go back, anything from her. So maybe she only has the Instagram now. She used to have a Twitter, if I remember correctly. Maybe she doesn't have that one anymore. Let me see if I can find it direct from the source. This is on her Instagram, Tomi Adeyemi. Best-selling author's novel is projected biggest book of the season. Hold on. I don't know where they got that quote from. Shoot, I'm gonna have to go. Let's see. This is 6 days ago. Dark Feminine, Fight Club. I don't think that's it. Okay, she posted 6 days ago on Good Morning America. I guess she did an interview with Good Morning America in a cute little outfit. I don't know about the boots though, because it's summertime, but the outfit is cute. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just questioning, how warm she might be, given that we are in a heat wave. This is just a video of her dancing. It doesn't seem like she's talking on that particular video. Y'all, my feelings are hurt though. Like, if what they're saying is true, it's not. I don't see it on the social media that I'm looking at. And not to say that it isn't true. I just need to see it with my eyes, with my virgin eyes, because it just hits differently. Hold on, she has TikTok. Let me see if she put it on her TikTok. Why don't you post about the adaptation of your first film adaptation anymore? Okay, hold on. Pause this. How do I pause on TikTok? I don't know how to do this stuff, y'all. I'm a auntie. Hold on, let me go back. I thought you hold it to pause it. Okay, hold. Why don't you post about the adaptation of your first film adaptation anymore? And this is on her TikTok. She is has this quote above her head, and she's looking into the screen with a very, side eye, holding her face look. And then the next picture is, it looks like Instagram post, like a DMs. Not sure who she's DMing, if it is an Instagram DM, but it says, there is a reason I will not post anything about the adaptation of my work. That's all. From this point on, if you want to support me, you can purchase any edition of the trilogy at a local independent children's bookstore, Books of Wonder, NYC, etc. So again, I don't know who she's directing this to, but this is on her official checkmark TikTok page. The next picture is, it looks like some more DMs, maybe on Twitter. I'm sorry, on Instagram. It's cut off a little bit, but it starts with the other person saying, "Know how to continue." I can't read that because it's blocked off a little bit. My only hope was to reconnect as human beings. That's blocked off. I can recommend to your something. I can't really read that. And her response is February 28th, 2025. Do not ever use my name in an interview or video again. Do not text me. Do not call me. Wow, y'all. How many days to my cycle? Because I get emotional. And this is making me sad. Oh, wait. On that last picture, there is, and I don't know, I haven't blocked anyone on Instagram in quite some time, so I don't know if this is what it looks like when you block somebody, but there is a, like, the red no symbol, CBB dot Amandla Stern, is blocked, her name. It's the 3 dots. It doesn't show the full name because it's not long enough, or it's too long, but it I'm assuming it's Amanda Stern's Instagram page that is saying it's blocked. Okay, there's the next picture. It says on Saturday 3:49. It says, at last someone. And lastly, since someone asked, I have not seen the film and I will not watch it. It's been painful holding this back from y'all, and I'm sorry if any of you thought I didn't care. I will always care about us. I will always care about us. I'm sorry. She capitalized it, so I thought she was saying US, but she's saying, I will always care about us more than any glitter. That's a picture, screenshot picture, and then the last part of the video is her staring into the camera again, holding her face and giving us kind of like a side-eyed look. So okay, no. Let's keep it going. I am upset, but I mean,
we pretty much take it all. Fridges,
what can you
dishwashers,
do? You know?
couches.
What can you do? Yeah, I really want to see this come to the big screen as something very beautiful for not only the culture, but a story that is fantasy. Like, I love a fantasy story. And I won't say they're not that many. They're that support, people of color, but there's certainly not that many that support people of color that are coming to the big screen. And I'm much more of a movie person than I am a book person. Like, you comparing apples to basketballs. So, like, I love movies. I love going to the movies. So I was super excited about this particular movie. So yeah, this is really hurting. This hurting my feelings, y'all. Let's go.
Yes, to show her and Amanda was talking and she blocked her, and I'm like, yo, how did we get here?
Yeah, like, how we get here?
On? So all in all, she says she doesn't want to have anything to do with the film.
Everything I just read, y'all,
don't know why.
From her TikTok. Like this is on her TikTok page.
Going on, because you can't really be this mad about the casting because you was cool with it. So it seems during filming, seems like everything was good. And this is what I think happened. Just my speculation. This is only my theory. I think she thought she had more control than what she had, because to make it this far, to get this far, and to come out and say, yep, I'm done, I don't want to be involved. It sounds like filming ended, everything was cool. Now it's time to edit. Now it's time to get into post-production. Right. And them corporate people probably was like, hey, Tommy, we appreciate you. We love your passion. We love your but now it's time for the big one.
With that said, if that is in fact what happened, and I hate to speculate on a speculation, but I would have a question about this. Like, wouldn't that be something that is put in a contract? Wouldn't that be something that you would say, like she said, non-negotiable, I'm writing the screen, or non-negotiable is going to the big screen. It's not going to streaming. I'm going to be a part of the screenwriting. Wouldn't that be something that should be negotiated in a contract? And I'm not trying to victim blame at all, because I can see it from both sides of the situation, but I'm just thinking, like, if she had the forewithal to say, hey, this particular thing right here, or these particular things right here are non-negotiables, I would blame. I'm not victim blaming her, but I'm victim blaming that lawyer, whoever wrote up that contract, because if that's something that's something that should have been discussed prior to. Again, if this is in fact what happened, like I'm speculating on the speculation, or I'm questioning the speculation.
Get in here, buckle down, and we finna make a movie. We really don't need you here. It's just my theory. You know what I'm saying? They probably was, slick slide trying to get her out. We really don't need you anymore. So it happens. It happens a lot in Hollywood. So even though she was given the ability to write the screenplay, it doesn't mean your screenplay is the final copy, because that screenplay probably has went through several different writers. The movie goes into productions. There's more rewrites. There's reshoots. There's things added, things removed. There's probably been a lot of changes.
Yeah, you can make a whole 3 different movies just based on the editing,
and watch them do whatever to your child. Something that you created and birthed, and she's probably just upset.
But why would she be upset with the actress?
She's not the first author to get mad about their book being adapted into a movie or TV show, and it's not following the creative direction that maybe the author envisioned.
Why would she be mad at the actress? Like, being mad at the actress is a whole nother level. Like, let's get into that. Let's get in speculating about that.
Of House of the Dragon, he was pissed off. He was like, yo, they making so many changes. I don't care about what they got going on. I hate it over there. He was going off last year. Anne Rice, the creator of Interview with the Vampire, man, she hated the Queen of the Damn movie. She hated it.
Oh yeah, I think everybody hated that though. To her point, I don't think too many people like Queen of the Damn. So I mean, point for Anne Rice, I guess.
Damned at all. I begged the studio not to make that movie.
Damn.
I told them that the readers really didn't want that movie.
Also, when the first Interview with the Vampire came out, she did not like Tom Cruise being Lestat.
Oh yeah, she changed. She came around on that one. Yeah, I do remember that.
So tell me.
So okay, we're not gonna make this an Anne Rice Interview with the Vampire reaction, but I do have like a semi story behind that as well. But I'm glad she put those in, because I was talking about that earlier. Like, what I know that there are some people who are completely involved in these movies. But I'm not really sure. Obviously, I don't really know what the typical contracts look like if people are involved in the editing. And I would imagine no, based on like those 2 examples that she just gave, like the production house or the studios are not that open to giving that much creative freedom to the writers, I guess. Again, just based on those two examples. But
it's not the first author to get mad over something like this. But guess what? The show goes on. This is show business.
But it's not. From what, like, she may be mad over those things. Tomi Adeyemi may be mad over the fact that whatever, however she whatever reason she's no longer dealing with the project, it may be because she doesn't have any say in editing, or whatever the case may be. If she has a problem with the studio, my thing is, these were directed to one of the actors in the movie. That's to me is a glaring like difference and a blaring red flag. Like, what is really going on? Why did she block this individual? That's drama. That's weird. There's a whole lot of things. So
payment business. Once you sell your book to a studio, that movie no longer belongs to you. George R.R. Martin is sitting home.
And that's what I don't know if there is like workaround to put that in your contract, which I can understand, with the studio, how the position that they probably would want to be in with creating, and obviously the actual IP owner in the position that they would want to be in with creating. what I don't understand with these studios is, like, you obviously see something in these books. Those were 3 authors, and these their works were adapted into movies, screenplays, whatever, TV shows, whatever. So it's like, I just don't understand that. I don't understand the viewpoint fully from the studio side, because it's like you see the intellectual property, the original property is doing well. So you are looking at this property as, okay, well, it could also do well in this media, in this format. But I don't understand wanting to rip away so much of the creative license from the original artists, because they obviously did well. So why would you want to stunt them from doing well like that? I don't get that. Somebody might be able to shed more light on that for me, like why somebody would do that. So for me, let's just say I'm the CEO of a company. Like, the way that I've always heard a good CEO, or how to describe a good CEO, is they know how to pick a team. Like, they don't have to know how to do everything. That's what the team is for. So if you're picking IP from the IP that is already doing well, let them cook. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to just let that creative cook and do their thing. Why would you? Yeah, I don't get it, because it seems like that would make you more money. Were there instances where it didn't? Like, there are instances. I would almost bet money there are more instances where, when you let the artist cook and let the artists do their thing, it brought studios more money than when they interfered. I would bet money on it. I don't know where I could find statistics on that, but I would bet cold hard cash on that. All
right now, and guess what? House of the Dragon is still booming on HBO. It's still happening. All right, He Home Mad, they still moving forward. And me personally, I don't like that this became public in the way that it has, because she's a young Black woman expressing her frustrations with the system, and unfortunately, that doesn't bode well for us. We're already considered the angry Black woman, so to come out in the way that she has, leaking messages and things like that,
that's true, but I get it on both ends, though, because like you just mentioned, 2 artists that did the exact same thing. But I get what you're saying. It doesn't look. We live in a society where race is going to be a part of the conversation, whether you, especially if the person is brown or Black. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, like, listen, we gotta move forward past those narratives at this point. Like, if Anne Rice could say she was not okay with the Tom Cruise casting of her movie, which that was a good movie. Like, I really enjoyed that movie, and she ended up coming back and recanting that. But I don't see a problem with Toni saying what she said and releasing what she did, especially in response to, like, an audience member who's asking, and I'm sure other people have had that question. I can also play the devil's advocate with this, and saying that we're chronically online, and that we don't necessarily owe our lives to our audience. There are some things that we can keep private, so I can come from that direction as well. But shoot, like I said, if R. Martin could do it, if Anne Rice could do it, shoot, let her do her.
Oh, I say this to say, when you pull out that sword, you better be ready to fall on it and live with the consequences, because this is some nasty work here. Yeah. It's nasty. And not only can it follow you in the movie industry, it can follow you in the book industry as well. This is a very small business. You know what I'm saying? You have a book that's getting ready to come out. Something completely separate from Children of Blood and Bone. The mess that has been unearthed is going to shadow over your current book. Because whenever you do press for the new book, now people want to talk about all the drama that's going on with your movie. And it's unfortunate that this has came out, because now
that's true.
Press starts for the movie of Children
and not to
of Blood
say
and
that
Bone,
that didn't happen with those other artists. And I get her point in saying that, because Tomi Adeyemi is somewhat a newer author to the scene. Like Children of Blood and Bone, like she mentioned earlier, came out in 2018, so less than 10 years old as a number one selling. Not to say she's probably been writing her whole life, who's to say, but as a newer top 10 artists in the industry, like I get what she's saying. Like this could follow her and her career and potentially have negative impacts.
And the director, they have to deal with this controversy. So it's tough. I'm a firm believer in live by the sword, die by the sword. I didn't like how something was handled at a job that I was working at. I pulled out my sword and said, this ain't right. I'm not down with this. I fell on my sword and I quit. I said, I'm out. I was fully aware those were the consequences. I ain't had no job. I ain't had no real backup plan.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But at the same time,
falling on that sword. My worry
at one point, it's pride going to fuck with you.
You're ready to fall on that sword. And she might got the same mindset that I have. She might be like, man,
bonus points if y'all know where I got that reference from.
But forget it. I'm pulling my sword out, and it is what it is. She might just be like, I don't care. It is what it is. And I'm sure she's breaking NDAs. I'm sure she's violating some type of clause in her contract to come out and do this, and it's just unfortunate all the way around.
That would be weird. Like
this cast,
I would not sign an NDA
that has worked on this film
because that's just weird.
Artists are sensitive people.
I mean, it would be a very specific
a lot of business people
reason for me to sign an NDA. To sign an NDA on my own project, like
business is business.
Kick rocks.
When an artist can figure out art and the business, that's where the magic happens. When you can figure it out and figure out a way to kind of get through both of them, that's when the magic happens. So, maybe this will be a learning lesson for her, but it's not uncommon. She's not the first, and she's not going to be the last author or artist or rapper or singer or producer who gets upset about something that they've created and somebody else has taken it and remixed it and flipped it into something else. She's not the first person that this has happened to. So, man, I'm just sending well wishes to everybody involved, to her, to the crew, to the movie.
Sure.
But I don't know, man. It's just unfortunate. But, Children of Blood and Bone coming out. IMAX. January.
Yeah, I can't wait. I didn't know it was coming out that soon. I didn't know it was coming out in January, but listen, I already got my ticket. It's not even on sale yet, but look, trust me, I already got my ticket, and I'm hoping, praying that they do well by it. But again, going back to what this whole video was about, like, I understand what she's saying. Like, authors or artists typically will get upset with well, not typically, I don't know how typical it is, but we have seen where artists lose control of their product by way of the studio. But in this case, it seems very precarious and very specific, because again, she blocked the actor's account. She asked a specific actor to stop contacting her, which, like, I think it's deeper than just the studio taking control. It has to be, because, like, why would you? Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, this is essentially my first reaction video, so hopefully you all like it. I will be trying to do more. I'm going to focus on, obviously, kink culture, femdom archetypes, and of course, like I mentioned, media and movies. So movies that I am interested in particularly are fantasy, sci-fi, comic book, There are so many people doing comic book, but this particular one, because it's a Black artist, because y'all know, I have the books, I posted about it, so I just had to do a reaction to this one. And again, I hope you all like it, and hopefully I can do more. And hopefully I can actually upload this without there being any copyright issues. I don't know how that works, but we shall see. Until then,